Morning, everyone. Today I am going to start the topic of geometrical optics. So basically, in optics, we study uh, two types of optics based on uh, particle and wave nature of light. One corresponds to the rectilinear propagation of light, which is called as ray optics. And in another case, we generally are more concerned about the wave propagation of light in we termed as wave optics. So in ray optics, we generally go for the topics like rectilinear propagation of light, and here we are seeing the phenomena of reflection and reflection. So in case of reflection and refraction, we are more concerned towards the how a light is propagating towards a material and how it is getting transmitted or reflected. Now, in another case, like in wave optics, generally the physical phenomena like the interference, diffraction, and polarization properties are explained. Now, coming towards the ray optics part, we are seeking the behavior of light in case consider the diagram as shown over here. So here we are having an incident ray. It is incident on a material with some incident angle I. Some part of the incident ray gets reflected away from the medium, while some part of the ray gets transmitted towards the material medium. So we can see here a incident angle I, and we can see here the refracted angle R. So the some part of the incident ray gets refracted through the material. This is also termed as transmissibility of the material. And some of the rays get reflected away from the material. So those light waves which are turned back or bounced back into the initial medium from where it was coming. So that is called as the reflection of light. However, in case as shown in the diagram, the part of the incident light which travels or transmitted into the second medium by changing its direction is called the refraction of light. And there is also a very small part of light which may get absorbed by the medium, that is called absorption of light. So these three phenomena, that is reflection of light, refraction of light, and absorption of light, are the three parts are shown here in the diagram. Now coming towards the reflection of light, we can understand that the incident angle, the reflected incident angle, the reflected rays, and the normal to the surface, all these three are lying in the same plane. So in this case, and we have to also consider that the angle of incidence and angle of reflection are equal to each other for a uniform reflection. So these are few of the norms for a proper uniform reflection to take place on a plane surface. So these are the conditions for reflection to take place. Now, how the images are formed based on the object from where light rays are coming. So here, based on the object, let us consider if the object is of point nature. So point object can emit radiation in all the directions as shown over here. So here it is a point object and it is emitting radiation in all the directions. However, if we are having a different kind of object shown over here, like this is a longitudinal object, and every point on this object behaves as a point object. So we can make as many as point object emitting radiation from each and every point. So from these points, we can have a number of like emitting points, and we can have a number of like light rays emanating from these points. So based on that, the images are also formed based on the optical device placed near the object. So if optical device is placed as shown here in the diagram, so image is formed if the object is here placed is real. So rays get emanated from the object and it is getting processed. And further, after getting processed, an image is formed. So basically these things happen in case of reflection and refraction. When an object is placed in front of an optical device, so that optical device may either reflect the incident radiation or diffraction may take place, due to which the image can be formed. Now the image form can be of two types. One is called as real image, another is called as virtual image. So real image is defined as a point where the converging light rays intersect actually, and this image can be actually taken over a screen, while a virtual image is defined as a point from which a light rays appear to be diverging, and all the light do not actually emanate from the image. So these two are the prominent differences between real image and virtual image. So now coming across the four types of object and image and according the criteria. So when the incident rays are diverging in nature from the object, that object is called as real object. While if the incident rays are actually converging in nature and converge behind the optical element, in that case, the object becomes virtual. Similarly, coming towards the real image, so when the rays are actually intersecting with the optical elements and they are in converging in nature to get a real point, so those type of images are called as real image. Lastly, the virtual images are where the lights after interacting with the optical elements are actually diverging in nature. Now coming towards the reflection of light with the help of plane mirror. So a plane mirror acts as a reflecting part in case an object is placed in front of the plane mirror. The nature of image formed in front of the object is such that the image becomes virtual, erect, and of same dimension as that of the object. However, in case of a plane mirror, the image gets laterally shifted. It means that the right part of the object becomes the left part in the image and the left part of object becomes the right part in the image. Now, if consider an object is placed in front of two plane mirrors which are inclined at some angle theta as shown over here. So in that case, the number of image formed depends on what is the angle theta, and by dividing 360 degree with theta, what is the number we are getting? If the number is an even integer, that 360 by theta is even integer, then we have to get the number of images as 360 by theta minus 1. However, if 360 by theta is an odd integer, then the number of images will be 365 data only. Now, types of mirror. Based on the geometrical configuration, very simple mirrors can be classified in such a way that one is of plane in nature and other two mirrors are of converging and diverging in nature. Accordingly, these are termed as plane mirror, concave mirror, and convex mirror. Concave and convex mirror are having converging and diverging properties respectively. So here, if an object is placed then in front of a plane mirror, then the image is formed which is equidistant from the mirror. The size of the image is same as the size of the object. In case of a concave mirror, which is having a converging nature, the parallel incident radiation, which is incident on the concave mirror, gets converged to a particular point in front of the mirror. That particular point is generally termed as focus. The focus point is in front of the concave mirror. In case of a convex mirror, the parallel incident rays, after getting reflected, gets diverted away from the mirror and creating a virtual focus inside the mirror. So these are the three types of mirrors: plane mirror, concave mirror, and convex mirror.